1-degree temperatures around Kansas City and negative temperatures around Chicago north to Minneapolis. Here we are right on the freezing line, and look at New Orleans just now getting to 39 north of the lake. Hammond has just dropped to 32, and other spots out to the northwest of us in the teens like at Monroe, or 20s from Alexandria to Lafayette. Temperatures right now for us have made it into the 30s. A few spots that have not really quite gotten the cold air just yet in the 40s, but we are going to be dropping into the 20s for most spots for early tomorrow. And look at Macomb, Mississippi, 24 degrees there. I was showing you earlier, factoring in these north winds that are pretty gusty. We're feeling like 20s and 30s right now, and we will be feeling likely like teens and 20s early tomorrow. Our live radar is showing some of that rain. Now, what we're missing is a lot of rain south of Lake Pontchartrain. We've just not seen that develop just yet, but we do have these showers that are now reaching the ground in these areas that have just dropped to freezing. So we are getting reports. The purple would be that freezing rain. It's just rain, but it hits a cold surface that is freezing, and it freezes on contact, especially, as I was saying, cars, signs, things that are elevated. And then, of course, the big concern would be on bridges and overpasses. And that's why we have our winter weather advisory through tomorrow morning to account for any light glazing of ice that could form. By the way, Baton Rouge, Macomb, even Hammond, Franklinton, some of these spots where you see the purples, we have indeed confirmed. The National Weather Service has sent out reports that we are seeing indeed freezing rain at some of these locations. So either a very cold rain or some patchy freezing rain. And interestingly, something different that we've seen is that our ice accumulation model is showing a little bit more coverage perhaps for that light glaze potential, maybe even south of the lake. Now, we're just not seeing the rain so far south of the lake. Instead, models had showers even through the evening there. So that really has not panned out. The South Shore areas off toward the coast not included with the winter weather advisory that goes through tomorrow morning. But just keep in mind, we might have some of those bridges and overpasses, especially north and west, that could have that light glaze. And that's enough to make it kind of slippery and slick and dangerous to drive. So use extreme caution if you have to drive early tomorrow. And of course, turn on your news. WWL Louisiana will have what's happening at the moment. Tomorrow morning, 20s. Wednesday morning, teens and 20s. So we've been talking about this for many days now. Those are the two cold ones. And then Thursday morning, we're mostly in the 30s, getting out of that hard freeze range. So hard freeze warning, hot pink areas. You can see the teens to the 20s for the morning hours. Also, our wind chill might be as low for a lot of spots as 5 or 10 miles per hour. That would be for early Wednesday morning mainly, and tomorrow morning maybe teens. This is our forecast tonight. You saw the rain tapering off, or the freezing rain tapering off. Cold and windy conditions for early tomorrow, and we should see skies clear. We should make it tonight into the 20s, as I said, and then tomorrow upper 30s. So once we're past that 32-degree mark, tomorrow, any icy patches would melt, but it stays windy. This is your forecast planner. Again, the sun coming out, but staying windy and chilly, and probably feeling like 20s to 30s all through the afternoon. And then Wednesday morning, again, that's the coldest one of the stretch, but we warmed to 45 on Wednesday. We jumped to near 70 Thursday, and we get another pretty strong front moving in Friday.